most delusional freak out ever. This gotta be interesting.
A delusional psychopath tried swatting someone. What happens next will shock you. Dusting off the old Darman reference here for this one.
I know it's not related to the damn video, but I realized he got Dark Souls for the Xbox. I heard a lot about this damn game, but I never got a chance to play it. But I do know for a fact that that's not the type of game that I usually play. I don't know, but who knows?
So some miserable, horrible lady tried to swat someone. I'm sure I don't need to explain what swatting is. It's a horrible, bad thing that'll land you permanently on Santa Claus's naughty list. And this lady looks and sounds like she's one glass of wine away from passing out face first into her copy of 50 Shades of Grey. But in between bouts of consciousness, she decided to commit a huge crime of swatting. And boy howdy, the shoe went on the other foot real quick. They actually found her. And when they brought her into custody, she started launching Sonic-based attacks at the officers. It's a wild ride that I can't wait to take you on, thanks to Code Blue Cam here providing all of the footage. We get a POV of what it's like to encounter a real-world banshee. But before we even see her, let's go ahead and get brought up to speed with the lore. The call, the emergency that she phoned in.
Hi, there's a man with a gun, shooting with a gun. Can you spell the street, ma'am? I can't understand you. Do you have me on speakerphone? He's shooting with a gun. I understand that, and I'm going to send help, but I need to understand the street name. Okay, and who is shooting with...
Here's how a Digital Storm workstation can accelerate your engineering and CAD projects. We only use trusted, professional-grade...
The gun. There's a man. He lives... Okay, what is the man's name? I have no idea. Okay, how do you know this is going on? Oh my god, he's out there with a gun shooting rabbits. Okay, how do you know this is going on? Oh my god, because I can see him. He's shooting rabbits. He's shooting everywhere. Answer my questions. How do you know this is going on?
No doubt she's a classically trained actress. That is a very convincing performance. Those acting chops could bring a tear to the eyes of even Margot Robbie.
I love the I love the sarcasm. I love the sarcasm in his voice when he said it, because that does sound like bad acting. And there would be a special place in hell for people that be doing type of shit like that to people. Because like the worst case scenario is if you end up doing swatting, you end up making false reports on someone that's actually have mind their own business and whatnot, not doing anything to somebody, and the FBI or the cops literally swarming inside their place, and they end up having a heart attack. That shit gonna be on you.
And she is using it for evil, nefarious purposes. So she's talking about a man who's shooting. He's shooting rabbits. He's shooting everywhere. And refuses to give any, like, real info. And then, like, pauses after the operator's asking her how she even knows this is going on. She doesn't answer and then just hangs up.
Based on the nature of the call, all on-duty Brookfield police officers responded to the area immediately.
Bravo 521, I'm 23. There's nothing going on here. This is most likely a swatting call.
Dispatch later informed that the female caller had reached out again, stating she could see the man on her cameras and that he was still firing his weapon.
They sent out the whole kit and caboodle like they were about to bring down Cobra Commander. They got there, found nothing, but then the mysterious caller reaches out again, saying the same thing, that this maniac is out there firing his weapon. There's a maniac on the loose and we gotta get him. Only the officers were there. There was no gunshots. They even searched the area for casings, found nothing. They asked the homeowner nearby, nothing. So they were pretty confident it was a swatting call.
While clearing the scene, the female continued to call 911 repeatedly from an unknown number. A sergeant instructed the clerks to forward all her calls to his desk phone.
She called them again and again and again, repeatedly just spitting this fraudulent fairy tale, this gobbledygook horseradish. I don't know what she was even fucking thinking at this point. She's like the Riddler, but 50 times as stupid. She's the shittler. So she's over there just spewing this shit.
Or she can be the diddler.
They are at the scene, so they know it's not real, and they just start forwarding those calls to Ace Detective Phoenix Wright's personal desk phone, and he happens to recognize her voice from previous interactions. Let that sink in for a moment. Marinate on that thought. A police officer interacts with so many people, and most of those interactions, I imagine, aren't overly positive. Do you know how annoying you have to be to have an officer remember your voice? That you were such a fucking nuisance that your voice left an imprint in their brain that even just audibly hearing you can activate a Winter Soldier moment for them where they remember your name and everything. All because you stained them with how annoying you were.
Yeah, you gotta be one miserable bastard for you to keep on doing that. Like, you gotta be so damn miserable to still keep making false reports like over 50 times for you to do some shit like that. Did she not even think about the fact that call might even trace back to her? Like, did she not even think about that? I mean, like, you got some people that like that, but still, you gotta be one crazy ass individual to still keep doing that shit.
When she called again, he recognized her voice from previous interactions. A quick in-house database check soon revealed her identity as 36-year-old Ashley Corbin.
Is that consistent with what you say you're observing?
Yeah.
Okay, we have gone to the area where you have claimed this has been happening 3 times tonight.
Yeah.
Yep, you've seen us there?
Yeah.
So he got asshole Ashley on the horn here in order to corroborate these reports, saying that you've called 10 times now all about this, we've been out there and have seen nothing, and she's just like a broken record saying, yeah, yep, yes. Like, she is a malfunctioning NPC. All she can say is, yeah. And he's just pressing her like, hey, we didn't see anything, you know, what's going on? She eventually says that the guy shooting is on camera, so the officer says, well, we'd love to see that footage. Shocker, she's got no footage to show.
I would love to see the video footage if that's something that you could provide for us, because we have been unable to locate him. And I sent an officer to look at that with you.
No, we want him to be stopped.
What's going to happen moving forward, we're going to be conducting an investigation for swatting. Are you familiar with that term?
I hope so. I hope that you guys are going to take his property into custody and investigate his whole property. I pray to God.
Well, her body is screaming for water, but the only thing it's getting is more and more wine. She is plastered. You can clearly hear it. She is not able to process at all what's happening here. He's even telling her to her face that they are investigating her for swatting, and she's like, oh, thank heavens. Goodness gracious, it's about time you guys do your job. He's an absolute menace out there. He's shooting, and you need to go investigate his property. You need to take his property. I pray to God you go take his property. This and that. She doesn't realize what is happening here at all. Like, swatting is a very serious thing. Again, I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but people die from swatting. So it's something that's taken super seriously here. And she is not able to wrangle that fact at all.
Well, we're worried about our kids.
Yep, you've said that a couple times, ma'am. If you were so worried about your kids, I think you'd be willing to talk to an officer about it.
Are you kidding me? Do you really want to go there?
We're going to pull the phone records from the phone company. We'll write the subpoena. Have you had any drinks tonight, ma'am?
Are you crazy?
No, ma'am. I'm trying to conduct this investigation for you.
Are you a crazy person?
Nope.
She gotta be the most dumbest person ever for her to actually not believe that none of this shit is going to be tracing back to her. Like what you thought was going to happen? It's like, I don't know if she was stupid or if she just drunk, or possibly both. Cause there's no way you could be making that many calls to the exact same phone number that's related to the damn law for you to make false reports out of that. Especially like when it comes to like you doing a swatting prank, and you like 36 years old and you still do some stupid shit like that.
He's been shooting rabbits and doing all kinds of stuff.
He started to sniff out that she might be intoxicated, but Ashley's putting on a strong show of sobriety to throw him off the trail. Drunk? Me? No. You crazy? You a crazy person? Is that what's going on here?
So, we're gonna end this. He's gonna pay us $1,500.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah, sure is.
Her neurons started to desperately fire as the realization must have started to sink in that they're not buying her story. So she starts to panic a little bit and tries to write a conclusion to the fanfic about how they just shook hands with $1,500 and everything's hunky-dory now. No need to send any pesky officers out there to check anything out because it's all squared away now, huh?
Ready for your weekly job? Stab yourself in the stomach every week and you'll see the fat melt away.
Job well done.
Ashley Corbin, I remember her.
That's who I think it is. I think it's Ashley. Hello? Is this Ashley?
Yeah, no, this is not Ashley.
She just said, yeah.
This is Sergeant Griebling with the Brookfield Police Department. You called us?
Who is Ashley?
I thought this was Ashley.
Why would you think that?
The tables turn. The officers are pretty sure it's Ashley, so they call her this time to try and confirm those suspicions. And I think it's pretty obvious from the second she answers the phone, they got her. But she's trying to play it cool. Ashley? No, this is not Ashley.
At first she did say, yeah.
Ashley, my name is Bourne. I'm actually surprised she answered this call with her normal inebriated voice instead of trying to fool them, throw a monkey wrench into their hypothesis by answering the phone with an accent or something. Top of the morning to ya! You know, something like that, and they'd be like, oh, well, clearly it can't be Ashley. This caller wasn't Irish, so we got the wrong person.
Guess what? My name's Lindsay. You can stop calling me Ashley. Thank you.
Okay. You should probably slow down on the drinking tonight, ma'am.
You should probably fucking stop being a fucking bitch.
Okay.
How about that?
The call starts to devolve into her treating this call like it's an Xbox Live lobby, so she just keeps calling him a bitch. It really gets very interesting. It's like a League of Legends chat at this point.
It was also revealed that Ashley had an active felony warrant and had repeatedly called another police agency earlier that day.
Dumbass.
In profane language.
Sorry.
Ah! Good. Good for that dog for trying to get away. Good.
Come on. Let's go, bud. We get some more lore on Ashley, and the deeper it gets, the more confused I become at how someone can end up like Ashley. She was apparently calling another police agency that day as well to spew some mumbo-jumbo, and then they eventually find her outside with her dog, and then she's yanking on the dog's leash, which eventually pops the leash off of the dog, and then she has to go on the side quest to get the dog back to get it inside. It's quite a journey.
I want my attorney present.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. So I'm not gonna talk to him.
That dog look like you want to get away.
Present.
Very well. I will pass on the Brookfield, and we'll see what they say.
After a lengthy mission, they do finally get the dog, and the way she's holding him, she's holding it like it's a bioweapon. I've never seen someone hold a dog like that in my fucking life. She's got the dog's wiener pointed at the officers. I think she was hoping that he'd start peeing or something as a distraction so she can make a run for it. I don't know. But she's like holding the dog almost like it's the fucking Heisman Trophy or something. Like, I don't get what she's doing, like, with that dog. I feel terrible for the dog. Honestly, the best thing that could have happened is the dog gets off the leash and finds a new owner. Because she seems remarkably fucking lost and beyond off her gourd.
So no, I'm not doing a
Yeah, Russ her ass.
I wouldn't joke about that.
That is a serious joke. Ken is a psycho.
I don't know who Ken is.
The guy.
We honestly don't know much of what's going on.
We were told here to come pick you up, that you have a warrant, and Brookfield wants to talk.
I date a Brookfield officer. Okay.
Is that the reason why she kept calling? Because the person that she claims she had dated works there? Because if so, that explains a lot. But seriously, you calling more than like 50 times there? That shit is ridiculous. Some mental is going on with that tiny brain of hers.
My man is an officer. Okay.
You looking at her like.
Because I don't want to.
You just said Singleton.
It's pretty clear that
that's how he was looking at her.
It only gets worse. She throws out some really heinous accusations in a bit. So right now, she's talking about how she wasn't behind the swatting. That's a very serious joke. That's not a knee slapper or a gut buster that you make gags out of. She would never do such a thing like that.
Despite that being her voice.
She's talking about how she actually dates an officer. Won't name his name, but she dates an officer, and he probably wouldn't like what's happening here. He probably wouldn't like it. So her whole idea here, I think, was to try and, like, I don't know, say, like, hey, I date an officer, so I shouldn't be arrested, you know? I think that was the plan. doesn't work, but I think that's what she was going for.
You need to go.
No,
in the elevator?
you're good. Well, we got.
Can you please come out?
Hey,
Wow.
no, you can take it.
Wow.
I didn't know I was going to surgery.
It's actually incredible how unlikable this woman is. A just normal person coming out of the elevator doing normal activities, and she yells at them to get out.
Don't do. Why you gonna do Granny like that? You could at least let her get to where she's supposed to be able to go. I ought to use that the elevator first. You gonna tell her to get out like that? That's crazy.
Like, what the fuck? How can someone possibly be this much of an insufferable piece of shit? It's actually impressive.
That was kind of rude.
I am rude. I'm sorry.
That lady did nothing to you.
I'm a surgeon.
What?
What the hell?
Surgeon. I am. So I'm very particular. So
What does that have to do with yelling at a lady?
I'm sorry.
Now she's saying that she's a surgeon. She just randomly blurts out that she's a surgeon. It's like a child when they're like making up a story when playing pretend, like SpongeBob and SquarePants in that box of imagination. That's her whole brain. I'm spitting. I'm actually spitting. That's how disgusted this woman makes me. She can't stop lying for even a second, and she can't stop being a piece of shit to people around her. And like the officer's even telling her, like, that was rude. Like, this was just a person using this elevator, and now you're yelling at them. And she's like, I'm a surgeon! I'm a surgeon! I'm a surgeon! I like things to be particular. And they're like, what? What? What does that have to do with anything?
I do stuff, like, very particular. Like, I do brain surgery.
Okay, let's take a while.
Somebody need to do surgery on that brain of yours. They're like, there is no reason for her to act like that. That's crazy. Like, what's scary about this? There's people that are just like her, roaming around the world. It's just crazy. That's just nasty work right there.
So it's very particular.
So does that mean you can be an asshole to people?
I don't deal with people. So it's like I deal with digging in people's brains and digging in. I'm sorry. That's what I do. You dig in, you go and deep 5, and that's it.
Brain surgery.
I like how she almost tried to drop some kind of scientific terms like, well, brain surgery, you see, it's actually very complicated, and it's why I'm a little particular about things. I don't deal with people, I'm dealing with brains. You know, you have to go D5. D5. You know, knight to D5. You know, you saw it in Harry Potter when they're playing wizard's chess. Like, you guys wouldn't get it. I won't bore you with the jargon that you couldn't possibly understand with your tiny, feeble minds. Just know that because I'm a brain surgeon, it gives me the right to yell at people. And it gives me the right to call police departments 20 times a night reporting false crimes because, well, it's what I like to do.
And you get arrested for
as a
that.
brain surgeon.
Don't raise dragons right off the bat. For new players, at the start of the game, don't rush to...
You're lying, and you used me as a scapegoat under the bridge. You guys were harassing me under the bridge, and there was no cameras under there, and you guys were harassing me and me under the bridge.
What?
Like a big bag of beer in front of someone's door and...
Let's just... What's up?
You guys me in the elevator.
Okay.
Yep.
We have body cameras.
And I have marks.
We have body cameras, and if you want to...
And so do I.
If you want to file a false police report, we can go down that road.
You're lying.
This bitch is so damn unhinged. She is so damn unhinged. Like, seriously, like, she reminded me of that TikTok chick that was false claiming essay. When the whole time she was recording the nigga with his pants down, with his Yui out. While unconscious, she was recording him. She reminded me of that.
Her next series of lies isn't nearly as humorous as her brain surgeon storyline, where, you know, she received a lobotomy, thus she thinks she's a brain surgeon now or whatever. This one, she starts to try and spin a false rape accusation about how they were raping her on the elevator and under a bridge.
And what they did to me, how they me.
Nobody's gonna... We're just having to exit the car.
Yep, and how they me.
Anyway, let's go.
Yep, how he me and how this guy me. And this guy me. What is your name? I'm talking too loud, you me! I'm talking...
Yo, who the fuck wanna rape that? Who the fuck want to do something with that? The way how she be acting. He even looking at her like she's crazy. This is a crazy ass situation going on. At the end of the day, it's set. Like I said earlier, you got people like her that exist out in this world nowadays. Even back then, but nowadays, just like now, you got people like that exist, and it's a scary and sad world that we live in when it comes to that. Look at his face.
She now embarks on the Screaming Gambit. This is a pretty advanced maneuver you don't see executed super often, never to any degree of success, where the person just then starts screeching and squealing. And it's what she does for the rest of the video. So she's still screaming that they raped her when there is body cam footage to prove that did not happen. That is a blatant lie. All she does is endlessly lie. It's craziness. And that is a awful thing to be lying about. And she's screaming it, and I think the idea was to try and like incite anger, to have like maybe people come in and like, I don't know, push over the officers to save her or something. I don't know what she's even trying to do with that accusation when there's clearly evidence that proves contrary. I think it's to try and like get out of the arrest. I don't really know, but it is unhinged lunacy.
And it's ridiculous because you got real victims out there that actually experienced that, and you got people like her making it very difficult for the real victims to believe that they was in that situation. They scream that out. She's fucking pathetic. Lock her dumb ass up. She's doing nasty work out here, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's crazy. It's just straight up crazy.
Ashley, turn back around. Ashley, get back on the bench. Ashley, you need to sit on the bench right now.
When she eventually does get to the station, she lets out her best Joker laugh that she can muster. And to her credit, it's a pretty maniacal, cartoonishly evil laugh that she pulled off. It's pretty impressive.
Stand up.
Ow! Now you broke my arm!
Sit.
Now you broke my arm!
Ashley, you need to sit down.
You broke my arm!
Ashley, you need to sit up.
Oh my god, bruh.
Lord have mercy on all the poor souls that were watching this with headphones on. They're no longer with us. So she's now claiming they broke her arm when they went over to try and get her to sit up. They didn't actually even lift her, by the way.
Check to see if my shit is correct.
The second they like touched her,
that damn
then
screaming.
she started saying that they broke her arm. Another bogus baloney fib here. Liar, liar, plants for hire. Holy cannoli. And now she is absolutely wailing. She is sounding like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare. She sounds like if Toucan Sam ate a ghost pepper.
I ain't gonna lie, that Five Nights of Freddy's ghost jump scare shit, that shit is crazy. Imagine coming home to someone like that, screaming over the damn place and acting unhinged to the point where you rather just want to spend the night in jail than dealing with this bullshit. Imagine coming home to her like that, especially after you get off of work. Now, if it's 12 hours from work that you get off and you come home to something like that, that's, I need like 12 shots for that.
You broke my arm!
I did not break your
You
arm.
broke my arm! Why are you hurting me?
If you sit forward, I won't
Don't
touch you.
touch
Okay.
me!
Do you have an NCIC for swatting?
Oh god. Swatting. You guys are so fucking stupid. Swatting. Ow!
Ashley, you can sit up.
She goes on and on and on and on and on. It sounds like the screaming goat meme. So that's kind of where that concludes, but she did receive some charges for it, but really got let off super easy. She, I think, only spent like 6 months in jail for blatant swatting, and she should be counting her lucky stars that they didn't try and pursue some kind of false rape accusation charges as well. I don't know if that's something they even could do, but I'm surprised they didn't try. Like, this really could have been a lot worse for Ashley. Swatting is something that is extremely serious. So she got let off very easily. And man, what a fucking nuisance she is. Holy. That's really about it. So yeah.
Well, that sums it. But 6 months in jail, that's crazy. You could at least give her at least like more than that. I'd say around like 5 to 10 years at least. Because the swatting shit, that is very serious. People literally die behind that shit.
Run, you can hide, you can bite, you can bark, but at the end of the day, you cannot escape from the dark. This world is hell, so what can you do? Positive power and protest is not enough to eliminate the wickedness that's cruel. Like robbing hardworking folks for their money and killing innocent people with the lack of accountability. Corrupt cops locking a black person up for a small crime, but let a white person off for the murderous crimes for show. Difficult situations is hard, but life is a lot harder. Experiencing both, it may be tough. Evil people's out to do evil things. It's best for you to mind yours and stay in your lane. But yo.